We'll stay in the Gospels today for your Bible question. This time, Mark chapter 6, verse 38. Jesus asked, "How many loaves do you have?" Now, your tendency may be to focus on what you don't have. But this question asks you to inventory what you do have. Once you see that, once you determine that, you can then focus on how the Lord can take what you have and supplement it with His miraculous provision, for nothing is too difficult for Him. Where's your focus? On what you have or on what you don't have? Do you see that God can use your little and do much, but only if you release it to Him? Are you trusting God to expand what you have so you can do even more? Now let's go to 1 Kings chapter 17, verses 7 through 16. It's the story of the widow at Zarephath and Elijah. Now Elijah the prophet, there was a drought. God had been taking care of him by a brook, but now it was time for him to leave. And he goes to this woman, and he called and said to her in verse 11, "Please bring me a piece of bread. This is a famine." "As surely as the Lord your God lives," she replied, "I don't have any bread, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little olive oil in a jug. I'm gathering a few sticks to take home, make a meal for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die." And Elijah said to her, "Don't be afraid. Go home and do as you have said, but first make a small loaf of bread for me from what you have and bring it to me, and then make something for yourself and your son. For this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says, the jar of flour will not be used up and the jug of oil will not run dry until the day the Lord sends rain on the land." And she went away and did as Elijah had told her. So there was food every day for Elijah and for the woman and her family, for the jar of flour was not used up and the jug of oil did not run dry, in keeping with the word of the Lord spoken by Elijah. Wow, what a story. Read it for yourself in 1 Kings 17 and see what lessons you can apply from that to your own situation. That's it for today. Come on back tomorrow. I promise I'll be here and I'll have another question.